Okay, so next we're going to start with text and dimension. For text or for dimension or for leaders and tables, we did not explain these to you, but you have leaders and you have tables. You can learn them on your own. All of these, we have these style managers that we can change. So for text, I will click on text style, or you can type text style, and then add a new one. Always add a new one. Don't change these. Okay? Add a new one. Change the name. So let's say I will name it spaces, or spaces, which is kitchen, bedroom, living room, bathroom. These are the spaces. Okay, I will change the height. Let's say this is around 250. So I will type 250. Make sure you don't have annotative on. It needs to be turned off. I will create another one. This one will be for the dimension. Okay, sorry, cancel, new. Okay, and I will change the new one. Let's say this is for dimension. Now for the dimension, I can see that the text is bold, so I will change it to bold. And then I will keep it maybe the same height. I will select a new one, and then I will change this one to drawing titles, which means ground floor plan, section, and so on. And maybe I will change this to the double. Let's say I'll make it 500. And then maybe I will create another one for the layout. And for layout, I will change it to maybe 5 or 10, depending on what you're doing. Apply, close, خلاص. Now I will go to annotation and select which one I want. So I want the spaces for now. Then select single line and start drawing. So click in this direction and make it caps, and then living room. Click here, bedroom. Click here, kitchen. And then here, and I'm done. Now I can just move them around depending on what I want. And I forgot to change the layer, so I will change the layer as well. Okay. So just make sure that your drawing is neat. Now select all the texts. Make sure that you change the layer to text and dimension. Maybe for this one, I'll move it and make it straight with this. Okay. Now you can see the opening in the hatch behind the text. It's empty. There is no hatch. If you need to do this, you need to create a rectangle first around the text. This happened because I wrote the text, or I added the text before I add the hatch. If you do the text before the hatch, it will automatically be this way. If you did it after, you can create this rectangle, select hatch, and then add or select a new boundary. So I will select this boundary. Click on enter, and as you can see, I have this opening. Now you can delete this one if you want. Again, select rectangle, draw it around your text, select the hatching, add boundary, or select boundary, select this boundary, and enter. Then you can delete this one. Is that clear? So if you have any question, you can just write it down and I will answer it. Or you can raise your hand if you want to speak. Okay, so we are done with this. For the ground floor plan, I will type it by clicking on, again, single line. But before I select single line, I will change the type to drawing titles. Click in this direction and type ground floor plan. Okay, so I think I forgot to change this. Let me just change it again. So as you can see, now it's bigger. And then again, you can move this and place it wherever you want. Now let's move to dimension. By the way, for text, you know that you have multi-line text as well. This is similar to Word, to PowerPoint, to any other text program. You can specify what you want to do. So let's say I will specify this one. I can type ground floor plan. Maybe I will type down here scale 1 to 50 or 1 to 50. Maybe I want to draw something, I want to write something else. I can select all of these, change the layer for each one separately. I will make this one, for example, smaller, so I can type 400. I can change them, for example, to be in the middle, and so on. So you can play around with justification, with text formatting, text styles, and so on. When you are done, you have this as one object. What do you mean show us how to make the layout before drawing anything? It's similar to when you create a layout. So when we are creating layout, we don't have to have whatever we had in the model. You can do that before you create anything. That's fine. I will go to the layout after we're done with everything with sections and elevation. I will go through the layout. Let's just finish dimensions. So for dimensions, I will click on dimension style and then new, and then I will type, for example, this is plan dimension. Make sure that it's not annotative, and then click on continue. After you do this, for the lines, you can change everything to by layer unless you have something different. So I'll just make sure everything is by layer, and then I will just go through this. The extension line, which is this line, it's by layer. The line type is by layer. For the extension line, which is this one, it's dash dot. So I will change this one to dash dot for both of them, for the left and the right. Okay. Then I will go to extend beyond dimension line. As you can see here, I have an extension here. So let's say this is 100. I will type 100. For offset from origin, as you can see, I have spacing from the origin point. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I will change the offset from origin, let's say 200. But as you can see, the distance is not the same for all of them, which means the fixed length is the same. I'm fixing the length of the extension line. So the distance from here to here is different than from here to here, for example. So what I'm doing is I'm just fixing the extension line. So I will click here and type, maybe the length for this one is 1000. So I will type 1000. Okay. Then I will go to arrows and I will change this one to open, which is similar to this. Maybe the arrow size is around 100, so I will change it to 100. I will check any center marks that I have. I don't have any center marks here, so you can do whatever you want. So I will select mark and I will change the dimension to 100. Don't keep it empty. Make sure that you select one of them. Then for text, I already created one, so I will change it to dimension style. And then by layer, no fill color. Text height is already specified by the text style. Everything is centered. And then left to right, offset from dimension line, I have some spacing here. So let's say it's 50. And then the dimension is aligned with the dimension line. The text is aligned with dimension line. The last thing I'm going to change is in primary units, I will change the precision to be 0 without any points. If you're working with centimeters, maybe you have 1 point. If you're working with meters, maybe you have 2 points or 2 decimal points. So you can select from here which option you want. When you are done, you will click on OK, close. Now I will change the layer to text and dimension, change the dimension style to the new one that I've created. Why it's not working? I think I've deleted it by mistake. So again, new dimension, continue. I'll just do all of them quickly. So this is 0, this is dimension, and then aligned, let's say 100 or 50. This one is open, this one is 100, 100, and then I will go to lines by layer for all of them. And then for this one, it will be dash dots. Or maybe center, I don't know. So you need to make sure, just zoom in a little bit. For this one, I'll keep it 100, 100, and then I will fix the extension to be 1000. Okay, I'll just modify it because I think I forgot something. And text, it's supposed to be by layer. And then click on OK and close. So you will go to annotation, change this to dimension, and then select the type of dimension you want from here. Don't go with this one. This is automatic. So if I click on it, maybe it will give me radius. Maybe it will give me something else. So always make sure that you select one of these. So I will go with linear, for example, because everything here is linear. I will start from this point to this point, and I will add it up here. Now to continue, I will type dimension, okay, continue, DCO, dimension, continue, and then click here, and so on. Again, select the type of dimension that you want from here to here, and I will place it here, for example, okay, and then DIMC, okay, or DCO. These are all the same. The most important thing is that you use dimension continue. And then just start clicking from here to here to here. Okay. Again, I will select, for example, let's say radius, and I will select this one and place it. And I have this plus in the center. And you can continue working until you have all the dimensions. Okay, so this is dimension. Next, we're moving to elevation.